friends, a big welcome once again to your very own channel, Ammu&You, and I am Ammu Chitra, here ready with another story to narrate to you. Today the name of the story is The Professor, written by Anitha Murthy, from her book of The Great Folk Tales. So let's see, what is the story about? The Professor. Saurav and I agreed to meet on the hillock one last time. Just 10 minutes, Mama. I rushed out of the door and ran all the way up the hill. Saurav was waiting for me and I bent down trying to catch my breath. I have only 10 minutes. We have to be leaving soon, I panted. I'll miss you guys, Saurav said awkwardly. It was fun hanging out with you both. Yeah, I'll miss all this too. I looked around at the beautiful greenery, the mountains looming over them, the beautiful, beautiful birds chirping merrily in the trees. I had thought I'd be bored out of my mind, but I actually had so much fun. Let's go to the professor's house quickly and say bye. I forgot to do that yesterday. I need to head back soon. We reached the cottage, opened the gate and rang the doorbell. Then we stood waiting for the door to open, but there was complete silence. What happened to the professor? I asked, a bit worried. Maybe he's just gone out, Saurav said. We peeped from the windows trying to catch a glimpse of the interior of the cottage. Hey, what are you kids up to? A rough voice startled us, and we whirled around. It was a local shepherd. We were just trying to meet the professor, Saurav called out. The professor? What do you mean? The shepherd asked, looking surprised. Array, the professor who lives here. We've been meeting him every afternoon. She's leaving today, so she wanted to say goodbye. Saurav pointed at me. Are you joking or are you mad? The shepherd asked incredulously. Everyone knows the professor is long dead and gone. What? No, I protested. We've been meeting the professor every single afternoon. He's been telling us stories. He's not dead. Madam, if you want to go, then go and see in the cemetery. His tombstone is very much there. The shepherd laughed. Maybe you were meeting his ghost? It's a haunted cottage, you know. Meeting the professor, my foot. Listening to the stories? Pah! As if I'm the village idiot. The shepherd spat and walked off. Saurav and I looked at each other, pale with fright, shivers running down our spines. I need to go, I stuttered, going towards the gate as fast as I could. Me too, Saurav ran behind me. We raced down the hillock without pausing. Bye, Saurav, I called. Bye, Ritu, he called. Say bye to Raj for me too. He stopped and turned to me. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Do you think the professor is actually a ghost? I completed. We looked at each other in silence, goosebumps prickling our skin. This has to be the most bizarre experience ever. And I can't even brag about it. Nobody is ever going to believe me for sure. I will, Saurav grinned. Been there, done that, you know. Okay, I guess it's time to go. Take care and stay in touch. Saurav gave me a sudden hug. You too, I said, feeling shy all of a sudden. Bye. I ran back into my room and hurled myself at my mother, glad to be back in the normal world. My mother embraced me warmly. Where were you? Someone came and left this for you? I must have missed them, but this package was left outside with a note with your name on it. Puzzled, I opened the folded yellow paper that had my name written in beautiful script on top. Dear Ritu, it said, you may not know it right now, but I can tell that you will be a wonderful storyteller. I love stories too and collect them like a miser collects coins. People often forget how magical stories can be, how stories are shaped from the landscapes we travel, and how the landscapes are in turn shaped by the stories. Stories are spell spiders, weaving enchanting webs and ensnaring us in them. I do hope you had a wonderful time listening to my stories, and I can't think of a better parting gift to a more fitting person. I tore open the brown package and my jaw dropped. It was the manuscript from the professor's desk. I caressed the gorgeous geometric designs on the cover before I opened it with care. There were stories and stories, all handwritten in the same beautiful script as in the note. Sorry for dragging you and Raj along to this place in the middle of nowhere, Ritu, my mother said. You both have been so good. It must have been such a bore. Not at all, Mama, I said, and meant it with all my heart. Not at all. So, was the professor a real person or a spirit? That's your question, isn't it? I, Ritu, will never know the answer. But I still have the beautiful manuscript with me, and that is real, as are the stories in them. He is the reason I am a storyteller today, and I hope I can pass on his legacy to someone else who loves listening to stories and would love to become a storyteller himself or herself. How about you? Do you like to be a storyteller, or do you want to be a storyteller? Let me know how you like this wonderful story. A real story? It's all magical. It's about how you believe it. That's all. I believe it. And you can believe things you say in your story. Only then they become magical. So, let me know how you like this magical story of the professor. Let me know if you believe in the magic of stories too. I love to get your comments. It helps me know you better. Thank you for listening to this story. I will be back soon again with another wonderful and magical story to narrate to you. Till then, stay good, stay blessed, and indulge in reading and listening to as many stories as you can. Bye bye. Thank you.